Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? It's so great to have you here. Thank you also so much for pressing the play button. I am Johnny, your host with Home Country Mathematics. Now, let's do this, shall we? Alright, guys and gals, I so appreciate you stopping by and also learning along with the channel. You know I do. I love it, and this is so great. Okay, we're on chapter 1, the language and tools of algebra. The unit is 1-6. The topic, commutative and associative properties. Okay, so let's do this because, well, sharing is caring. And I guess I'll do both of these. Here we go. Commutative. Okay. And the next one. Associative, which I like. Brackets create clarity and organization. It simplifies things and makes it easier to, well, it's less stressful too, right? So I do remember, blah, 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 what? I do recommend brackets, using parentheses and or brackets. Okay? And one more to share. Here we go. This is from the textbook. All right, some basic general rules, guidelines for you. They're quite helpful. All right. So, with that said, I'm going to give you guys and gals some examples for you to try. I'm going to write them out. I'm not going to do them for you. Just some added practice for you. In the end, I will also share the answers. Okay? Let's do this. Number 11, I'll see if I could fit it all in. 17 plus 6 plus 13 plus 24. Okay? Again, it's your choice and or decision which property you want to use. You could use commutative or associative, okay? That is entirely up to you. Whichever is easiest and best for you to learn and be successful. Okay, that's the goal. All right, here's another. Again, everybody has different means or ways of learning. Now, these are in decimal form. If you prefer adding values in fraction form, you can do that as well. Okay, if you do need or require any additional help with fractions, I do have a fractions playlist for you to see. Again, it is so great to have you. Thank you all for learning along with the channel. You know I appreciate you, I truly do. It means a lot. Alright, 6, this one's fraction form. When working with fractions, I mean, I guess you could technically add them together like this. Either the last video or the video before, I showed you how to group fractions so you can kind of just add them together quickly as whole numbers. Obviously, it's a lot easier when you're working with quarters, halves, 3/4. All right, here's 17. A raised dot implies multiplication. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it like this, just for clarity. It may be easier to actually, because when you multiply by 0.5, you're actually dividing by 2 or multiplying by 1/2. It's the same, guys and gals, okay? Just remember that, right? Any value multiplied by 0.5 is the same as multiplying it by 1/2. As you can see, it'd be the same as dividing it by 2. All right? And 21. Fraction types. If you choose to work this out in fraction form, well, obviously we have fractions, but you have to convert it or transition them to improper. They're currently mixed fractions. Okay? And it does work out to a whole number. All right? Good luck on that. Now let's do a quick problem as well. So let me share this image. Okay, here we go. You're going to need that. As you can see, they're all equilateral triangles. Okay, do take note. Equilateral. I'll give you a quick definition. Definition of an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle is a triangle where all three sides are equal in length, and consequently all three interior angles are equal, each measuring 60 degrees. Okay, so what they're saying is the distance of all three sides are equal. Because these are all equal, that means this is also AB, BC, and CA are all equal. Okay, exact same length. All right, here's the question. Because it's easier to read this way. There you go. Find the area of triangle ABC if each small triangle, okay? Take note on what it's saying there. Each small triangle has a base of 5.2 inches and a height of 4.5 inches. Okay? The area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base times height. Okay? That's question 23. All right. Now let me share the answers with you. From 11 to 23. I could only do the odd ones for you. That's all I have the answers for. I would otherwise have to do 12, 14, 16 to 22, which is fine, I guess. Could, but that would be another video. All right. I recommend that you pause, work out the problems, actually fun challenges, and then the end of the video here is going to have the answers for you, okay? Isn't that great? All right. Here are the answers. Guess I'll write it out. Okay. Number 11 is 60. 13, 16, 15, 'Thank you all so much for your patience while I do this. I guess you could quickly skip forward if you need to. Unless you enjoy listening to my beautiful voice. That's okay. I find it funny too, as well. 19 and 21. 19 is 4.8. 21 is 60. And 23 is 46.8. Right? Because it's area. Area is in squared units. Okay. If those are your answers and that's what you got, great job. Let's go. This is for you. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Next video, we're going to get into simplify each expression. Again, they're pretty easy, straightforward, but practice makes perfect, makes better. Slowly, we're going to be leveling up the problems, okay? It's great to have you. I'm Johnny. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.